All right. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. And thank you for joining us today for our webinar on effective CX with Contact Center and Copilot. My name is Ben Opert, also known as Benno. I'm the business transformation lead at Exigo Tech. I'm based in Sydney. Actually, I'm in downtown San Francisco at the Microsoft event, which will be held tomorrow. I have spent the last 2 decades in business applications and have recently been more focused on AI and security. I'm extremely passionate about helping customers transform their operations, reduce their risks, and improve their efficiencies, especially as AI becomes more central to businesses in 2026. So today I'm joined by a fantastic team. Ankit Sondhi, our Microsoft Business Dynamics CRM 365 functional consultant, as well as Prabhu Sachin Tandara, Business Development Manager. Together, we bring decades of experience in business applications, cloud and AI. Hey, Prabs, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Benno. Today is very much an educational experience. We have audience members who are doing their research. We have others who are looking to innovate, and people have also registered to see the art of the possible. And I encourage everyone to ask questions and share your experiences too. You can put your questions into the chat, and we can cover them off at the back end of the session. And anything that we don't get to cover off today, the team and I will organize a call or a catch up with you later on. So firstly, I think it's important that we just give you a share about Exigo Tech. We're established in 2015. We're a global technology solutions provider with over 150 highly skilled professionals. We serve clients across Australia, New Zealand, India, Philippines, Singapore, the UK, and the US. And we're very proud to be a Microsoft Solution Designated Partner. We're the Telstra Partner of the Year in 2025, and also the ARN Tech Partner for Security in 2024. Our commitment to deep expertise, it's not just about ticking boxes. We've earned us the ISO 27001 compliance and recognition for diversity and also for excellence. And if you guys, most of you guys know us, our mission is to work with organizations that truly want to improve processes, reduce risks, and also boost productivity. Ankit, can you please tell us a little bit about Dynamics Contact Center?
Sure, Prabhu. So the answer is it's connected, it's resilient, and AI powered. Dynamics 365 Contact Center is built in natively on Microsoft Secure Cloud, integrating deeply with Teams, Copilot agents, Dataverse, and the Power Platform. This means your data is protected, privacy is ensured, and the compliance with Australian Privacy Act is seamless. Our goal is to show how Dynamics 365 can displace legacy platforms like Genesis, reducing risks from outages, eliminating integration expenses, and unlocking new AI-driven experience, all hosted on Microsoft Global's ISO 27001 and IRAP compliant Azure data centers. So, Ben, the question here is why choose Microsoft?
Thanks, Ankit. And that's a terrific question. And the more I think about it, and the more attacks I've seen over the past few months, the more we've come to appreciate as a team the efforts that Microsoft have gone through to really build a resilient system. These systems are connected and integrated in incredible ways. And so security and compliance is at the core of this. Obviously, you mentioned about IRAP and ISO 27001, but don't forget Essential 8. These are all really important elements to consider when you're going into a business solution. So, and as you heard before, Microsoft is the unified platform, bringing all of these systems together, including Dynamics and Office 365 and Teams, of course, the Power Platform, Dataverse, and these are just some of the things you probably also know of SharePoint as an example. They're all core components, and they're all managed by Microsoft, and it's backed by their very robust SLAs. This means no fragmented vendors, no risks of supply chain, no integration concerns. It's all out of the box. And again, it's the world-class security and compliance that we at Exigo Tech really take and appreciate. Prabs, can you walk us through some of the contact center capabilities today?
Absolutely. Thanks, Vanessa. So let's talk capabilities. So today, contact center it's omni-channel. So voice, chat, SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook, Apple Messages, and Teams. It's AI driven. Routing ensures the customers reach the right agent, factoring in the skills and sentiment. You've got the modern IVR, which is powered by Copilot Studio, enables conversational speech and DTMF interactions with generative AI. Dataverse that it sits on centralizes all customer data, cases, and interactions. And the Copilot AI delivers real-time transcription, as we said, sentiment analysis, knowledge suggestions, and on an automated summarization. It's seamless channel switching, and a persistent context means the customers never have to repeat themselves. So, Ankit, talk to us about telephony and the collaboration, Teams collaboration.
Sure. See, along with the Dynamics Contact Center, we have also leveraged the power of native Teams telephony to support the frontline agents and internal staff. So what happens with Teams is the agents can make and receive calls directly from Teams. They can transfer the calls, consult with their colleagues, and even escalate it to the supervisors whenever this is needed. And this all happens within the same user experience. Beyond Teams telephony, there is a collaboration tools also included, like embedded chat, their swarming, and expert finders, which means that if an agent needs any specialist help during the conversation, they can instantly bring in the right person into the conversation without even leaving the call. So that's the ecosystem we are talking about here. And finally, which is important for us to know, is every interaction can be securely recorded and transcribed. These recordings and transcripts are fully compliant, easily searchable, and available for quality assurance or audit needs. So overall, I would say is Teams and Dynamic Center, Contact Center works hand in hand, basically, and it's built to deliver a connected and intelligent customer service experience.
So, Ankit, let's have a walk through some of these live scenarios.
Sure. So let's have a walkthrough of some live scenarios where an inbound call comes in, handled by the Copilot IVR using natural language for intent detection. It authenticates and routed to the route team. The agent workspace pop up with the full customer profile and case history. Along with that, Copilot AI provides real-time transcriptions, sentiment analysis, and knowledge suggestions, even helps in drafting the emails. On the other end, Teams collaboration is embedded for chat and escalation, and even after the call is ended, automation kicks in basically for summarizing the call interaction. It creates follow-up tasks and even updates the supervisor dashboards. So what we have done is we set up the Dynamics Contact Center with Copilot IVR with no code or low code approach using the generative AI, enabling the Copilot to do the work in finding the information, queue assignment, and even prompting the user to get information on the fly. So let's look at some of the demo videos we have. And the first scenario is when a frustrated citizen calls the council, and how the customer service agent analyze the sentiments, access the knowledge articles on the fly, and with the complete 360-degree view, provides a quick response to the query and deliver exceptional customer service.
We're here to help with your council services. Please tell me how I can help you today.
I haven't received my property rates yet.
Sure, I can connect you with our rates team who can help with that. Thank you for your patience. I'm now transferring you to the right team. Please stay on the line. You're next in line.
Hi, Ben. It's Prabhu from your local council. How can I help you today?
I've been waiting weeks for my rates notice. I always pay on time. This is ridiculous. Where is my rates notice?
Yep, I can definitely help you with that, Ben. Typically, we do send it out via e-rates, which is through email. Sometimes it goes into your email spam or your junk folder. Is this typically how you received your rates in the past?
No, that's not correct. I've always gotten my rates in the mail.
Okay, sure thing. Let's have a quick look into your address here that we have on record. What I have is a PO box Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. My correct address is 31 William Street. Can you please update that?
Yep, sure thing. 31 William Street in Randwick. I've just made the update, saved it, and what will happen now is our rates team would have picked up on that, and they will send out a physical rates notice to you to your 31 William Street address. If you haven't received anything in the next few days, please call us back then, and we'll definitely sort it all out for you.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Prabhu. I really appreciate your help. That was probably my fault. I should have called before and updated my home address. Thanks for helping. I'll keep an eye out in the mail for the letter and I'll get back to you if I don't receive it.
Fantastic, Ben. You have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, thanks, Prabhu, for that demo video. So what we did is basically we did set up the Dynamics Contact Center with Copilot IVR, where the intentions or the intent was recognized by the AI itself and assigned it to the right queue. So what we have seen is how the sentiment, which was very negative at the beginning, where Ben was quite frustrated, and how with accessing the right information, knowledge articles, and quick response by Prabhu, a great job he did as a customer service representative, he was able to bring that negative sentiment to positive. And that's the whole idea of equipping the customer service agents with information while they're on the call so that they don't have to access multiple systems to get the information out. So that's one of the scenario. Let's look at the second one where we have leveraged the true power of AI, where considering this fact that there would be some basic and repetitive questions a lot of people asking, right? Why don't let the IVR respond to that instead of having a human interaction to reduce the actual call volumes where human needs to talk to a citizen or a customer. So let's look at the video and we can discuss more about that.
We're here to help with your council services. Please tell me how I can help you today.
How can I submit a building plan?
I can help you with information about building permits in New South Wales. You can apply for a building permit online through the NSW Planning Portal. This is the official platform for all development and building applications across NSW councils. When submitting your application, you'll need to provide your property address, details of the proposed building work, and supporting documents such as architectural plans, structural drawings, and any certificates from your builder or certifier. Once your application is submitted, you'll receive an acknowledgement email, and the council's building certification team will contact you if any additional information is required. Would you like me to send you a link to the online application page or provide more details over the call? You can say yes or no.
No.
Is there anything else I can assist you with today? You can say yes or no.
No.
Thank you for calling your local council. Have a great day.
All right, so thanks, Prabhu, again for playing that video. So what we have seen here is IVR was able to identify the intent, even though Ben said building plan, but it was regarding building permit. So it's not hard coded, right? It understands the intent, use generative AI to find the right information, and all these knowledge articles and information we have set up in the background. Currently, we have used the article-based information, but this call center, contact center can be connected to any public-facing website. So that becomes the source of information, and we can ensure that it does not source information outside or beyond the website, like internet search. So that's even better. Let the AI find the intent and provide the information. So there are a lot of citizens, right, customers who still prefer to call the council rather than getting information online, which would be available on the website. But let's eliminate the interaction with humans and have IVR take care of the basic and repetitive question. So the next video, what Prabhu is going to play now, is about the pure customer experience, where a customer calls but does not want to wait in the queue because it's going to take some time, but request for a call back on their preferred time. So let's have a look on that.
We're here to help with your council services. Please tell me how I can help you today.
I want to book a cleanup service.
I can help you with that. Please hold while I connect you to our customer service team to handle bulk waste and cleanup bookings. Please hold while we connect your call. The current estimated wait time is approximately 15 minutes. If you'd like us to call you back instead, please say call back. Otherwise, please Please stay on the line to wait for the next available agent. You can say callback or stay on the line.
Call back.
Got it. You've requested a callback. Do you have a preferred time for us to call you back?
Yes, please call me tonight at 8 p.m.
We'll give you a call back at November 12th, 2025, 8 p.m. Thank you for contacting your local council.
Right, thanks, Prabhu again. So what happened is Ben wanted to have a callback even after hours. Some of the councils or some organizations do operate after 5 p.m. as well. So depending on what time the person prefers to have a callback, the system will create a callback record in the back end, and based on the next available agent at that period or that time, it assigns the outbound call to that customer service agent to have a conversation. So let's see how it looks like.
Hello. This is your local council returning your call regarding the cleanup service request. Please hold while we connect you to one of our customer service agents.
Hi, Ben. This is Prabhu from your local council. You requested a callback for a cleanup service. I'm here to assist you.
Yes, that's right, Prabhu. I want to book a cleanup for some household items.
Sure. Could you please confirm the address of the pickup, when you would like to collect it, and what items you are disposing of?
Yes, the address is 31 William Street, Randwick. I have 2 double-sized mattresses to dispose of. And can we please dispose of these this weekend, the 22nd of November?
Okay, no problem. I will create a request for our waste services team, and for housekeeping purposes, I will run through the collection guidelines. So you'll need to place items on the curb no earlier than 24 hours before scheduled date. Ensure your items are under 1.5 meters in length and can be lifted safely by 2 people. And there are some prohibited items, including hazardous waste, car parts, building rubble, and soil. So what I will be doing now is confirm and update your collection service request. And to confirm, you said 22nd of November. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Thank you.
I have created and scheduled the collection for 22nd of November, and it is now assigned to our waste services team, and they may contact you if required.
Perfect. Thank you.
Is there anything else I can help you with tonight?
No, that's all. Thanks again.
All right. You're welcome, Ben. Have a good night. Bye.
Great. So those were some of the videos, or I would say scenarios of actual recordings what we did to showcase how Dynamics Contact Center works in the real world scenario. And for council specifically, or could be for any organization, not necessarily all the data has to sit in Dataverse or Dynamics World. It can be into any CRM or any other ERP system. And with API integration, we can bring in live data. And even in this case, what we saw is Prabhu created a waste service request, and that we can sync back to the other system. It could be any ERP or CRM which the organizations are using, and then they can take it forward and deliver the service. So it's a whole world within Microsoft ecosystem which can be used standalone alongside with other open applications which can be integrated. So that's about what we did a setup of. Now let's look at the art of possible. Let's look at what modern console service can deliver using AI and digital channel. So we can start with chat agents, which would be available 24/7 to answer everyday community questions like when does the library close? Can I build a hobby house? Or when is my bin is going to be collected? What this chatbot does is it provides instant, accurate responses, which helps in delivering a better customer satisfaction and experience. Also, we have agentic forms which can help citizens to have a pre-filled applications and help them guide process to submit any of the applications online. These work seamless across all the omni-channel touchpoints, whether someone is signing up for a FOGO or a recycled glass bin, lodging a request, or completing a compliance-based process. And finally, what do we have is agentic answers, providing personalized insights so that residents can quickly check their application status online, view their outstanding fees, see any of their pending tasks, and access the right data and insights without even needing to contact the council. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, Prabhu, for a bit, and I will show that how that live chat works to the audience, and then you can share your screen back again. So this is a Power Page we have built particularly for councils as our product or a solution at Exigo Tech. But what I'm going to show you here is the chatbot. As I mentioned before, there is a 24/7 Copilot chatbot available and could be deployed to any of the website, not particularly on Power Page, which is Microsoft built website. But as a citizen, I'm going to ask a few questions. Let's see if the chatbot can respond back to me with the responses, right? So how to submit a development application. So based on the knowledge articles at the back end, it provides me the information in few seconds, and it's also prompting me to click here. So when I click there, it gives me more information. It could be linked to any of the website page. It says that you have to lodge your applications on New South Wales Planning Portal, but if you need a pre-lodgement advice, you can submit that to the council directly, pay the invoice, and the service will be delivered. Let's take another example. When will my waste bin will be picked? Right. So again, it's giving me the information tailored for this specific scenario. Depending on the councils, they might have different areas, different suburbs, and that can be configured and basically get the information out 24/7. So as a citizen, I don't need to call the council to get this information out. Let's take another example of how to order a new waste bin. So this different from when the bin will be picked up. So it's a service, not the information. So it says that resident can request through an online form, or I can contact the customer service team. And it's prompting me, do you want to have that link up here? I say, yeah, why not? Let me just submit that online. So it spits out the link. When I open that link, it takes me to the form submission. And then I mentioned that it is like agentic forms with pre-filled information. So I've already logged in. So it's not asking me my name, my address. Or address it's asking, but my name, my phone number, email, things are already pre-filled. So it's easy for us to do a submission, and it's a good experience. And last, one more example I can take that the owners don't clean up the animal waste after a walk. A very unstructured way to ask this question, to be honest. Let's see if the system or Copilot is able to provide the information. And yes, as you can see on the screen, yep, it gives me the information what I can do in that case. And if I need to contact someone, I need to do that as well. So that's the power of chatbot with the information tailored and specific to each council or organization. This can sit on the Power Page built on Microsoft platform or any public facing website.
Yeah, fantastic. Now those are just examples and demos. We picked councils because there's a big need for councils to modernize their systems. And we know Genesis is one of their, I would say, their pain points in their business, because it is a bit of a legacy solution. And I think that's a fantastic way to preface the capability of Dynamics Contact Center. Obviously, we're talking here about councils, but it's literally open up to any business. If you have a challenge in your business that could be automated or could be improved with an agentic experience, Dynamics Contact Center is for you. Now, differentiators to Genesis, there's many, but if we could just highlight a few. Native integration, we mentioned that before, and we talked about how important it is to make sure you're mitigating your risks by not using any third-party connectors or any middleware. Microsoft has done away with that with their extremely capable integrations into Dynamics out of the box. It doesn't need to be configured. It's just literally click and connect. I think that's the right way to put that. I was going to say plug and play, but I don't think that's the right word. But it is just incredible. The Microsoft ecosystem has made this such an easy thing to do. And every business wants AI. We know that, but it's hard to get AI securely. But Microsoft has ticked another box for us with Copilot-ready agents that we can literally talk to and have them build out the requirements that we need and go to market really quickly, knowing that Microsoft have that foundational trust layer built. AI Trust Foundation has been completed. We've got the compliance layer as well. And obviously the resilience and compliance, which is very important for us as well, all grounded on Microsoft's global cloud. I mentioned before the SLA is very important for councils. We can't have any downtimes. I do know that these other systems aren't as up as they'd like or as they suggest. Microsoft SLAs also provide that foundational and governance layer as well. And rapid innovation. Being able to do this in a low-code environment, like I could do this, and Ankit and myself pretty much built this with Prab's help. We didn't use any pro code, right? And it was all low code. There was not one piece of pro code here. So it just goes to show you how easy it is for us to pull a demonstration like this really quickly. So in short, Dynamics is safer, faster, more innovative, and future-proof for your business. How did I go? Was that a pretty good overview of explaining how the benefits of contact center is? Excellent. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Now,
and Ben, can you give us a rundown on the modern IVR and voice innovations, please?
Yeah, so Copilot Studio IVR lets you build, test, and deploy conversational IVRs at speed. DTMF is obviously very important as well, and using generative AI. We saw a couple of examples before. Multi-language support. Can you imagine being able to just have that language pivot into 40 other languages? Like, that's really valuable, especially when you're trying to help such a large, different, diverse audience. To be able to have that language support there in real time it's incredibly powerful. And modern IVRs can escalate to agents. If there is a requirement to do so, it's a very simple process. You can have agents, human agents. We have to actually start thinking about, do we have a human agent or an agentic agent? A human agent in the background, ready to pick up and transfer any of those escalations, and even trigger workflows. For example, we saw that example of dog feces. So you could probably pick up a flow that highlights counsel about a neighbor not doing the right thing, and that could trigger a workflow for a council ranger to go around and have a look at that site and just to knock on the owner's door, as an example. Sometimes a little nudge is more is all it's needed to help our citizens along. And again, really important is no vendor lock-ins. You're not locked into these environments. You're not constrained by what the vendor has to tell you. You've got the entire Microsoft ecosystem behind you, which is going to help improve productivity. It's going to help you reduce your risk, and overall a much better solution for you as you look for your agentic workloads in 2026. Ankit, can you please talk to us a little bit of the analysis and the supervisor experience?
Sure. So far, what we have discussed is how we are improving customer service representatives, daily routine by having an IVR responding to questions, reducing call volumes, and equipping them even before the call is answered, right? They have knowledge articles, history, and details of the person calling and things like that. But we should also look into how the supervisors are going to get that edge using the Dynamics Contact Center. So supervisors gets a single pane of glass with real-time dashboards to monitor the queues, agent status, sentiments, and SLA compliance. They also get powerful historical analytics using AI to identify common topics, trends, and knowledge article usage to see how much the actual application is used by the team rather than just handing over it to them for the experience. And lastly, with the AI-driven quality checks and feedback surveys, the users get actionable insights to improve service continuously. So that's the whole package for customer service representatives, along with the supervisors, to deliver that customer experience citizens are looking for. So in a nutshell, I mean, that's whole about what our demo was and the functionalities. But Prabhu, can you please help us share what we have learned today?
Yeah, so thank you, Ankit and Ben. So to wrap up, the Dynamics 365 Contact Center is the most connected, AI-powered, and resilient solution available. If you're ready to envision the future of your contact center, let's talk about a workshop, even a pilot to get you started. Measuring the return on investment for Microsoft 365 Copilot is critical to understand, the impact it has to your business. And, by applying the proven frameworks, using the right tools, from the real world examples, you can confidently track and maximize your Copilot investment. So moving into that, I would like to open the floor to take any questions. We know that there's a lot of people here that are interested in contact center and, formalizing and modernizing and investigating D365's contact center. Happy to, open up the floor for everyone to ask questions or put it into the chat.
And Ankit, I'm going to use my magical powers to think some questions that the audience might be a little bit scared to ask. Mm-hmm. Is it really hard to set this up? You're a professional, you've done this for a long time, but what's involved here? We're talking, give us an overview.
So I tell you one thing, I am functional, right? I have no technical expertise. I don't know how to code. A single code I can't write. I don't want to learn that at this age, right? Because AI is there. AI is going to help us. So when I envisioned and thought how this will work, I was a bit confused. But when I start doing it, so just imagine you have Copilot within Copilot. You are telling to build an IVR, but you're telling the scenario. It's all logical. I want people to call regarding rates, but this is the output I want to have. These are the knowledge articles it should access, and that's it, done and dusted. What it does is it creates all the maps in the background, all the topics in the background, and it's all done, and you just need to test it. So the experience was really good because for me, it just, drop, just define information and drop it on there, and it did, Copilot did everything by itself.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ankit. We've got a couple of questions coming in now, which is awesome. So first one's from Kumar. Good to have you on the session today, buddy. His question is the integration between 365 Contact Center and ServiceNow. So how is the integration? So Ankit, I'd pass that to you first.
All right, so let me just read that question. Is it in the chat?
Yes, it's in the chat.
Okay, so see, it's very open, as I mentioned before, because Microsoft don't want to kill every other application and just want everyone to deploy Microsoft products. So you can integrate with ServiceNow and other applications as well, which have API available and ready. Once it's done, we can do and think of a lot of ways to do it. It can be real time, it could be done in batches, but the possibility is there with the API integration. And depending case by case, some people want the entire applications like ServiceNow, a lot of functionalities to be integrated, but some would just need a few tables integration to be done. So it's all doable, and that's what the whole idea of this. And Dynamics Contact Center, I just want to mention this, that it not necessarily has to sit on top of customer service or Dynamics customer service. You can take Dynamics Contact Center and place it over any of the CRMs available online.
Yep. And the next question is from Paul Drummond. Paul, great to see you on this session. Well, I think we spoke yesterday. Your question is, do you think the IVR attendant could be used to handle after-hours calls and determine what is an emergency and a contact and an on-call crew versus what are routine requests, which can be handled through business hours? So from my understanding, yes, this can be done. Again, it all comes down to, like you said, those routing requests and also coming into that sentiment analysis. But Ankit, could you further flesh that one out?
Sure. Some of the consoles I've seen is they have third-party after-hours organizations, right? So what, as Prabhu mentioned, it's all about the intent. If you hear somebody on IVR crying for help or saying some words which tend to be in emergency, yes, we can set some rules easily without coding. Again, I don't know how to code, but I can set it up for anyone, right? So you can assign it to a specific queue or set of people who will receive that call, or else, it's like, okay, if you have emergency, press one generally, or say something which will route that call. If not, then you can provide information. We have taken your first name, last name, and the reason you're calling. We will call you back during our business hours, and then a call will be scheduled automatically once you are in the business hours. So based on intent, yes, it's 100% doable.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ankit. Rob, great to have you on the session today. Your question is wondering whether you've done some in-depth work where customer calls in, hits D365 Contact Center, routed to a human agent, where they use Copilot internally with RAG to access customer documents, and then uses Copilot to answer customer questions in real time while being on the call. Rob, in one of the use cases that we showcased today, you would have seen in the frame that I navigated my mouse over to the Copilot and hit the knowledge. That knowledge is actually linked to Microsoft Copilot Studio Bot, and that's where I was able to ask questions around waste management, and I have all the answers right there whilst on the call with with my citizen, and that way I can answer it at real time and even copy and paste it to an email and send it off to the citizen if they prefer to get an email notification. If they've chosen to do hard letters, like we know that certain people in councils prefer to get an actual letter in the mail, we can actually generate that too, leveraging the bot. Ankit, do you want to give that the green light?
I mean, absolutely. Whatever you said, Prabhu, is 100% true. But one more use case I was thinking about where you don't have human interaction, but you want sensitive information or true information about that customer, like what's the status update of my development application. You can do some screening with IVR, right? You can confirm their address, their phone number, their email, and all those things. And then once you authenticate that, let Copilot give the answers. Why you even need a human personal interaction to happen? But when I think about consoles, it become a gray area because things has to be vetted before it's provided to the citizens. So there are both the ways things can be handled. And one more thing I would like to mention here is Prabhu opened the knowledge article, which was done more like a manual thing. However, there is a feature where, based on the intent of the conversation happening between Prabhu and Ben in this example, right? Copilot will suggest the articles and information to the call center or customer service agent, which makes their life pretty easy. They don't have to even type anything. You just click and provide the information.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Rob. And Peter, we saved you for last. Good to see you on this session too. Peter had two questions. The first one's, how do we get a pilot? Mate, I'll reach out to you and we'll get a call between you, Ben, Ankit, and myself. And you've asked, would it work with Civica Altitude CRM? So yes, we've actually got the API connectivity into Civica Altitude. So one of the things that Ankit highlighted in the conversation is it's not about replacing any of your existing core business systems. We're trying to wrap everything together so it makes it seamless for your users, so they don't have to learn a new platform. It's just tying it up with the existing platforms that you have, and then getting them to leverage the power which is behind that sits under Dynamics Contact Center and then the Copilot Studio bots. I
was just saying, as you were saying that, I was thinking training. Yep. This would be excellent for training. Could you? I think that was one of the reasons that was asked before. It's like, well, could we actually use this to train our employees how to answer, like, if you have a grumpy Ben open ringing up, what do you do? Like that's a perfect use case. And actually making sure that your newer, younger employees are trained on your processes in a contained manner as well. So it's very, very good. Thank you very much. If there's any other questions, I think that's it. Again, thank you very much.
So I just want to say thank you very much for everyone who joined the session today. We hope that you found it valuable. Let's try and help wherever we can, modernize and leverage the power which is Dynamics Contact Center. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Benno. Thank you, Ankit.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys for the next webinar.
Thanks, everyone.